Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Coffee with T, and I'm T, but you got a woman to woman show, and it's healing time. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Netta. Hey, Tom. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Fleetable. Hey, artists. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. So we're going to get right into this. Netta, you on Instagram and Facebook Live? How you doing? Hey, Juanita. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? How's everybody doing on a scale of 1 to 10? How are you this morning? 1 not being good and 10 being great. Hey, Alana. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all swipe and share on on Periscope. Y'all share on Facebook and y'all share on Instagram. Good morning. This is so exciting. I'm still excited that I could do this on all these platforms at one time. They need to add Facebook over to this site so that I can do everything just from my computer instead of my phone. 104, I know that's right. Hey, Monique, so good morning. Oh no, that's somebody else. Oh, okay, that's somebody else. It's not you. It's okay. She like, wait a minute, somebody stole my identity. Hold on, let me see who that is. Let me see. You know I'm nosy. Anyway, so let's get to this. 10 on elliptical. I know that's right. I'll be on elliptical in a little while. As soon as I get it. Oh, it may be. Oh, okay. It might be SETI. All right. Good morning. I've been trying to find for months. Good morning. You've been trying to find me for months? Girl, I've been off for a couple of months though, but it's okay. You didn't lose me. I'm right here. So let's talk about a couple of things, right? First, let's talk about Kodak Black, right? So we know that Nipsey Hussle was shot and killed a couple weeks ago, and his wife, Lauren London, is mourning the death of her husband. And Kodak Black, this little rapper, I don't even know who he is, but he came on there being real disrespectful to Lauren London, talking about he gonna give her a certain amount of time to grieve and then he gonna holler. These young people, who's his mother? Who is his mother? Like this is my question with these young people out here nowadays with their little disrespectful selves. Who is your mama? Because I'm not. This is the problem. I'm trying to figure this out with these kids who are doing the most, with these young people who are doing the most. I am not understanding who their parents are, because I have 3 sons, right? And I'm not saying they're perfect, but they have morals and values and boundaries. Hold on for a second. Okay. I had to turn my little heater off. I'm always cold, but today I'm not cold because it's warm. It's 54 degrees already. But my children have morals, values, and boundaries. Like they have, sympathy for people, empathy for people. We live in a society now with these young men and these young girls. Look, check your kid. How's your kids acting? Please, because my son, he does like social media videos and he gets like 4,000 views or whatever. And he be saying some stuff. He really does. I don't really listen to his videos because he cusses and all of that other stuff. But I know him as a person and I don't have to worry about him being disrespectful to anybody. So that's his crowd that he's catering to. And he doesn't block me, so he has nothing to hide. But I'm not understanding who these people are. But I do want to shout out T.I. in the game. Because T.I. in the game came for Kodak Black. See, our black men, y'all talking about they don't stand up for us. Yes, they do. Yes, come wrong and they gonna get you. So T.I. and the game, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for standing up for Lauren London and Nipsey Hussle's reputation and the reputation of his family in their mourning time. Because they told Kodak Black, we don't know who you think you are, but we will come for you. Because T.I. said, yeah, I'm saying it on social media and I'll say it in your face. So I ain't even, so Kodak Black wanted to holler his wife while he was married and before that. Well, his comment was he gonna give her a year to mourn and then he gonna take his shot. Who says that when somebody just lost their husband or just lost their mate? Like who says something ignorant, an ignorant person? But I thank you, T.I. and the game, because the game came on there, because the game is from listen, they all, listen, we talking about T.I. and the game. We talking about some real hood, I ain't gonna say the word, but real hood brothers that we not even playing street gangster. Like we really grew up in this. So Kodak Black, please fall back before you end up somewhere. And I'm not saying that T.I. or the game did it, but before, because Nipsey Hussle is greatly affiliated in the streets and people love him. Kodak Black, please, we don't want no more deaths. But sometimes when people are mourning and they get angry, people do things. So just fall back. He did this little bootleg apology. An ignorant ninja. Yes, he is. He did this little bootleg apology, talking about he's sorry, he didn't mean, but I'm not apologizing. Go somewhere and sit. First of all, never mind. I just had to get that off my chest. But I just really wanted to shout out T.I. and the game, because we need our brothers to step up, and they do. But that's what we need to be talking about. The brothers that stepped up. And we never do that. We only talk about the brothers when we tearing them down. And ladies, my sister girlfriends, my black sisters, we got to stop doing that. Because a lot of the problem is us. We sit and we tear down. I ain't seen nary a status on social media from any women that I'm associated with that said, thank you, T.I., and thank you, the game, for standing up for us as black women. Because when they stand up for Lauren London as a black woman, they standing up for each and every one of us. But I ain't seen none of y'all saying thank you. I ain't seen none of y'all at T.I., at the game, hashtag thank you for standing up for black women. But we be quick to tear our brothers down. So I'm going to get on with this. But anyway, I hope that Kodak Black learns a lesson, because we need to get our young men, not only our young men, but our young women. Mothers, get your daughters. Listen, it's too much positive stuff for us to be out here doing than to be out here. And then somebody posted this meme, right? It said, would you be a side chick for $2,500? And the comments that the women put under there, $2,500, I think it was a month or a week. A month. You would be a side chick for $2,500 a month. You selling yourself short. You really are selling $2,500 a month ain't nothing. I spit on that. That's all I'm saying. So if you said yes, that you would be a side chick, and for the brothers who posting that, what's wrong with you? Why would you even post saying something dumb to me? Let the lies begin. Any woman who will sell herself for $2,500 a month is a sorry woman, and she needs some self-esteem, and she needs to know that she can make $2,500 a week by herself. She don't need nobody to give her $25 a month, $2,500 a month to be a prostitute. Because if that's what you said yes to, then you would sell yourself for $2,500? You lowballing. If it said $25,000, that's still terrible, because you could make that yourself. But for $2,500 a month, fix it, Jesus, or a week, that's just sad that we are in a state of affairs where women would actually come on there and say, I ain't gonna lie, I would do it. You would? Even if you would, you don't have the dignity to keep that to yourself. Even if the thought crossed my mind, I would not put that up there, because that's just disgusting and outrageous to sell yourself like that. So you're going to have all these Negroes in your inbox talking about they got $2,500 a month. Then what you going to do? What? Oh no, that's just thought just popped in my head. So if you'll do it for $2,500 a month for one man, how many men are you going to take on? So if men start inboxing you, because you got to be careful what you look at, what you post, and what you say, because it shows the content of your character. I wasn't even going to talk about this, but let me just say this. So you said yes, that you would be with a man, you'd be a side chick for $2,500 a month. I don't know if it was a month or a week, whatever it was. So if men start approaching you in your inbox, you're going to start a prostitution business, and you're going to prostitute yourself. Because if you want $2,500 a month from one man, if two men answer, what you going to do it? Listen, if you said yes, any woman on here that looked at that thing and laughed and said yes, please inbox me, email me, because we need to have a session. We really do, because I need to tell you some things about yourself. I need to tell you, I need to encourage you that you could do that on your own easily. You have intellectual property. You have ideas. God has instilled in you a purpose and a passion and a plan. Like, you should not have said, and nobody should have said yes, that they would be somebody's side chick for $2,500 a week, a month, whatever that was. I think it was $2,500 a month. Nobody should have said yes. No woman. Even if, like I said, even if you thought it and giggled to yourself, you should have kept that to yourself. Some thought you should keep to yourself, because it really, really exposes the content of your character. And people saying, Trey, you would. No, I wouldn't. I'm sorry to tell you. I would not. Listen, because $2,500 is not a lot of money. $25,000 is not a lot of money. If you think, this is for some of the ladies on here and some of the men, If you think $2,500 is a lot of money, you need to really step. If you think $25,000 is a lot of money, you need to step your game up. Because just how much are your bills a month? If you think that's a lot of money, you must be really, really desperate. Because I'm like, $2,500, $25,000, that's nothing. Like, that's like, you go prostitute yourself. Come on, ladies. I'm just telling you, listen, if that was you and you said yes, like I said, please email me, Trey@TreyKearney.com. All money isn't all good. No. And I'm telling you, I'm a certified life coach, right? And I coach women, men, and families through the devastation of infidelity. I get people who ask me to coach them. And when I do my consultation with them, I can't take them on as a client, not even for the money, because I'm like, you have other issues. So I'm going to refer you to my girl, Dr. Cheryl Hardy, because you need a therapist, not a life coach. So like she said, all money is not good money. And you know what? Sometimes as an entrepreneur, you can have seasons, a dry season. So you will compromise. I don't compromise myself for anybody or anything in my life anymore. And I'm not saying that I never have, because I'm not judging. I used to be you about 10 years ago, right? So, but now I'm like, you know what? I can't even take your money because you need more than a life coach. And I'm going to steer you in the right direction. So sometimes all money is not good money. So all the ladies on here that said you would sell yourself for $2,500 a week or $2,500 a month, shame on you. Your self-esteem is in the garbage and you don't think that you're greatness. And I'm sorry to hear that. So my topic today really was, who are you supporting and why? You know, the one thing I can't stand is an opportunist. Some of us show up to support people, right, to see what we can get out of them. And that's not a good look. That's not a good way to show up, right? That's called an opportunist. And nobody likes an opportunist, right? And I've brought people into my camp, and this aggravates me. Because when you bring an opportunist into your camp, accidentally, you don't know until you get to know them. You expose them to your people and your people get exposed to them. So when the relationship between you and that person is severed, when you figure out they're opportunists, because you can't be with friends with somebody who wants your life. I'm going to repeat that from Oprah Winfrey. You cannot be friends or in business with somebody who wants your life. You can't. Thank you. Thank you, Dina. Can't stand the opportunists. Me either. So this weekend, on Friday, I went and I supported Dr. DC Marshall, who is my coach forever. And a woman that I admire, respect, and I love her movement, right? I believe in her movement. She has a program that I was in for years, Abundant Life Camp, that I'm still in. It's spiritual growth and personal development. She also has a new program called The Locker Room where you can shadow her. She also has Girlfriends Pray. And I support her, not because I want something from her. I support her because I believe in her ministry, her mission, and her movement. So when I go, I always get favor. Because favor follows her, right? And she prayed for me. And everything she prayed for me for, I get it. I'm like, yo, you got a special connection with Jesus the Christ. So when I tell her to pray for something, she prayed and it be happening. But I went and I supported Dee because I believe in her movement, her ministry, and all the things that she's doing, right? So I support. I go and I volunteer my time whenever she asks me to, or she don't ask me. If I know she having something, I show up. I say, what you need me to do? Carry your shoes, your pocketbook, help you up on the stage, get the people in the back, whatever it is. But I do that because I believe in her ministry. If you are following people and supporting people because you want something, your thought process is wrong. If you have ulterior motives, I want you to just sit back and grab yourself. I want you to sit back, because I see a lot of women doing this. I see a lot of women at a lot of events. And I'm like, why is she at everybody's event? First of all, not that I'm saying that you shouldn't go where you want to go. I'm just saying, why are you at everybody's event in everybody's face? Because people see you. And then behind us, it's a small fishbowl, right? Of folks that do like life coaching, speakers, authors. And we have conversations about people that we see, like, where did she come from? Who is she? Not that we don't want you to show up, but it's kind of suspect when we see you in pictures popping up, and we're like, wait a minute, do you know who brought her around? Like, who is this? Because we get nervous because we are just we're really nervous because we know a lot of people. So on social media, we get nervous when we start to see strange people showing up for everybody's thing. So we have conversations with each other, just in case you don't know. And I say, oh, wow, she friended me. And I said yes because she was mutual friends with 25 of y'all. And they like, well, I said yes because she was mutual friends with 25 of y'all. And I said yes. And we all say, okay, let's go do our due diligence because maybe she need to be blocked because she doing too much. So don't be an opportunist, right? And listen here. I support people now who support me for the right reason. Not because they want something from me, because they believe in its healing time. I can't go around supporting everybody. I mean, I've lost followers and I've lost people who said, you know, I know they felt some kind of way because I didn't like or I didn't share that thing on my newsfeed. If I shared, I'm one person, right? And I'm not saying this at an ego, but I have a lot of people who follow me, inbox me, talk to me, and I don't know everybody's name because I'm one person. So I can't possibly support everybody, and I try. But if I don't share your stuff on my newsfeed, no disrespect to anybody. But if I don't share your stuff on my newsfeed, it doesn't line up with what I'm doing. And I won't ever compromise my ministry, my mission, and I'm not so churchy. So if you out here posting cusses and sharing videos that you think are funny, my humor is a little bit different now that I'm operating in my passion and my purpose for Jesus Christ and for my family. And I'm trying to build a legacy and I'm trying to get people to heal. So my language is a little bit different. And every now and then I might cuss because I'm human. But I can't share everybody's content on my news feed because my news feed will be flooded. And years ago, a woman that I know, I'm not going to say her name because that wouldn't even bring any value to the situation. But she inboxed me and said, you got to unblock your page and make your page public because I'm sharing your stuff and my stuff is not on your news feed. I said, no, I really don't have to unblock my page and you don't have to share my stuff. And she was like, well, it's not fair. I said, listen, no disrespect, but the videos that you post, I don't really think they're funny. They're degrading. There's a lot of vulgar language and I don't like it. So I'm not going to post. She's like, well, I'm not going to post your stuff. I said, then don't post my stuff on your page. Because if you was posting my stuff so that I post your stuff, I don't want you to post my stuff anyway. Because you had an ulterior motive. And the people who I roll with, the people who come on my page, the people who, they try to be inspired, influenced, and motivated. They not trying to have a good chuckle at the expense of somebody else. And your little nasty videos don't work for me. And I'm not mad at you because on the back end, we talk, we speak, we have a good but you got to stop putting that stuff up. And I'm not your mother and I'm not your coach. So I can't really advise you or because then you catch feelings and I'm not ready for that. So I support people whose lives right now are aligned with mine. We're trying to be better. We're trying to go higher. We're trying to do better. We're trying to influence people to do the right thing. We're trying to love on folks. And I get jokes and I crack up at some jokes too. And I send some jokes to my good girlfriends. It's 5 of us in the group chat. They my core 4. And we share some jokes in there that they tell me, no, that don't line up with your mission or your ministry. And you're not about to put that on your page. But it's funny in here. Ha ha he. Get you some good girlfriends and y'all have y'all little group chat where y'all could say stuff and get a filter before people start looking at you like you crazy. Trace talking about healing and she posted that and she supports this. I can't support everything and you shouldn't either. You shouldn't support things that you don't believe in just because you think people gonna feel some kind of way about you. Just tell them, I can't support your nonsense and your foolishness because you be doing too much. Like my son, I don't share my son's video and I had a conversation with my son. And I had a conversation with my son. And I told him, me and his father, we had a group conversation. All of us was on the phone. And we were like, listen, you're doing too much. And I told my son, and my son will tell you that I told him, I love him to death. I said, but listen, if that's the crowd that you're catering to, I'm not mad, but unfriend all my friends. And unfriend all your cousins and aunties and stuff that's associated with me because they don't want to see that. Like the young ones, okay, whatever, that's your thing. But unfriend anybody that's associated with me. You're my good friend, one of my best friends. And I said, you friends with my priester. That's like your grandmother. Like, how you think that that's okay for you to be saying that stuff and my priester could pop on your page? So I said, unfriend my priest because she don't want to hear that. She changed your diaper. She got great grandchildren. No. So even my children, like, I don't support nonsense and foolishness. And I'm not going to post your stuff just because you post mine. So if you never want to post or share anything that I do, it's okay. Because it's all about integrity and what you're trying to promote. Unless you're a comedian. I know some comedians. My girl Carol, who does the show with me, the Woman to Woman show. She's a real comedian. Like, she goes to Caroline's and all the real stages where real comedians. I'm not saying she a comedian, ha ha ha, because Carol, you a comedian, you crack me up. No, she's a real comedian. She get paid to tell jokes. So every now and then I will share one of her vulgar jokes because everybody knows that she's a comedian. And it's funny. It's like I'll share a Kevin Hart joke because everybody knows he's a comedian. But some of y'all, get your girls. Guys, get your guys. If your guy friend, I got to get used to you being back on. Oh, hey, Steph. If your guy friend posted, would you be a side chick for $2,500 a week or whatever it was? Guys, go get your guy friend and tell him that's not funny. That's not funny because what are you doing? Propositioning women, trying to see who's going to say yes so you can go on their inbox. Hey, Rashina. Rashina Charles is the one who did my hair. Y'all see this? It's still all good. So that's my girl Rashina. That's my hairstylist, and she is in Union, New Jersey. Follow her right there, Rashina Charles, on Instagram. She will hook your hair. She hooks my hair when it's curly too to keep it healthy. So I support Rashina because Rashina lines up. You got to look good on the inside. You got to feel good on the inside, and you got to look good on the outside. So I can support her. I can post her projects. I can post her shop because I know it's integrity involved in it, and she gonna make sure you good. Some of y'all, listen, who are you following and who are you supporting and why? Because we have these conversations in our circles of influence, in our circles of coaches. We really have conversations because we got to be really, really careful on who we allow in our space. Because we do a lot of mental work. Do y'all understand this? It's a lot of mental work to be a life coach because you can't be connected to the situation. Like, you can't be connected to every woman. Even Rashina, being a stylist and sitting people in her chair, she can't be connected to the clients because we come tell her all our business because we need somebody to talk to. So Rashina sit there and Rashina is safe. She ain't going to tell none of your business. So we go to Rashina, but Rashina got to be disconnected from us when we leave that chair because she'll be a nervous wreck if she don't. I absolutely love your transparency and love following you. And yes, I share because you keep it real. Thank you, Arita. Girl, we got to do lunch. We been said that. We said we was going to do lunch the last time we saw each other and you gave me the Twizzlers. So you need to send me an inbox so that we can go and eat and have some girl talk and some conversation. We must protect our space. Yes, everybody on here, you should be protecting your space because we attract, hey, Mr. Scott, we attract what's inside of us. So you could be all cute. Y'all like my t-shirt? Hashtag coffee with tea. We could be all cute on the outside and be rotten on the inside. Be a cute little banana on the outside and a rotten, mushy mess on the inside. You're going to attract what's inside of you. So I try to stay clear and I try to support people who are doing things that I believe in, that I really believe in. Like, because I want you to grow. I want you to get good information. So I'll support people like Lucinda Cross and Robin Devonish and Dee Marshall and Becky Davis and Nicole Roberts Jones and Dina and I'm telling y'all, I support these people because they are doing things. Tamara LaSala, she had an event with the chef coming up. I think it's coming up. Put the information in Tamara. She's a minister. She's about to be leading a church. We shared a room together on the mountaintop when we went away for a women's retreat and all stuff is coming into fruition. So I share with what I believe. So if I'm not sharing your stuff, it's no disrespect. It just does not line up with what I'm doing in my life right now. And I'm trying to stay on the straight and narrow. Yes, Mr. Scott, I support you too. Listen, I'm trying to stay on the straight and narrow because I'm a human being, right? And we flesh. And my pastor was talking about this at church yesterday. We flesh and blood. So we could fall short of the mark at any given moment if we don't have the right influence around us. Because everything around you influences you. Do you get this? Everything that you see influences you. Everything that you hear influences you. The people who are around you influence you. I'm not telling you you're grown and people telling you what to do. But this is why it says guard your eye gates and your ear gates, because everything you see and hear is an influence in your life. And if you're around the wrong people all the time, you start to become them. If you're around somebody that cuss all the time, do you realize that all of a sudden you start cussing more? You're like, I'm cussing more than I ever cussed before. Get away from her. She cussed. Tell her, listen, when you're around me, don't cuss like that. Because people do what you expect and what you accept. See, sometimes we expect people. We like, oh, that's just so-and-so. We're not doing it. That's just so-and-so in 2019. We calling folks out of their misery. We calling folks out of their trash. We bringing them up. We elevating higher. And sometimes it's tough love. You have to separate yourself. I used to support everybody just because they supported me. And then it started looking crazy on my timeline. I'm like, I don't even like that. But how's she going to feel if I don't know? I'm sorry. I don't care how you feel if you are spreading trash. And ladies, everything ain't funny. Please. I really don't want to see certain things on my timeline. And I will block you. I'm sorry. Hey, Nikki, I'll block you. And it's out of love. Because if somebody ain't tell you, somebody need to tell you. If you're a girl, listen, I saw it, listen. You got to have the right girlfriends. And the right guy friends and the right man. Because some people shouldn't wear everything. And if we don't have the right people around us to say, listen, that everything ain't for everybody's body type. Even me, people are like, oh, you're so small, you can wear anything. No, I really can't. I really can't wear everything. And I would appreciate anybody who loves me and who respects me would tell me, you should never wear that again or take that off, right? Because we should have people in our lives who love us enough to risk losing us by telling us the truth. I see people on social media. I'm like, who are her friends? Can we talk? Who, Nikki, are you trying to talk to me? Because we can talk anytime. Listen, I want to scream. Girl, don't scream. Listen, every woman on here, I want you to take a vow right now. And the men, because I want the men, if you have a sister, a cousin, a niece, a daughter, I want the men to say to the women in their lives, everything I tell you is out of love, right? And if your daughter's out here running around and stuff she shouldn't have, I'm telling your wife, your niece, men, we value your opinion. Because I asked Brian, I'm like, what does this look like? He'd be like, it's good because I need to make sure. Yes, I need to set that lunch up soon. Yes. I'm like, listen, I need to make sure that I'm out here doing it right. And we need to teach our girls, right, that more is sexy, right? You could be sexy with clothes on. You really can. I had on a little white blouse yesterday and some little black jeans and a little tiny heel to go to church. And I looked really nice. Really, I thought, I looked at myself, I said, this is nice. You can do this. Everything don't have to be tight and everything don't have to be clingy because then you are a thirst trap. You thirsty for attention. They say money is the root of all evil. And I saw somebody's post that said nowadays attention is the root of all the evil. Be careful the attention that you're trying to get. Dress. I think Yandy said this one time on something I was watching that she did. Dress the way you want to be addressed. Ladies, dress the way you want to be addressed. Now, if you want people coming up to you saying all kind of crazy stuff and talking about, I'm gonna be up in your DMs, and if that's the way you want to be addressed, and listen, people keep talking about feminists and we can do what we want to do and we shouldn't be approached. What I see certain stuff and I look at women and I'm like, she thirsty, and it's no judgment, but sometimes it's judgment. Like sometimes if I see stuff, I'm looking at you and I'm like, why does she have that on? Like, what is she trying to do? Like, I'm not even gonna say because people know who I'm talking about, and I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. Because instead of hurting your feelings, I come in your inbox and then you'll be mad at me. But it's okay because somebody needs to tell you. Somebody needs to tell you sometimes. Take that picture down or listen to the mothers. Because I can't tell everybody. Everybody was mad at Badu when she said the same thing. They're going to be mad. Because conviction hurts. You're not mad, you feel convicted. And don't shoot the messenger. Let me tell the mothers on here, aunties. It all goes back to their influences. Let me tell the mothers, the aunties, the sisters, the cousins. Tell your girl. Get your daughter. Listen, I'll be seeing people's daughters on social media and I'm like, she's doing too much. Her mother, who I know is a friend, on her social media should get her. Because if it was my daughter, I would. And my son, I told y'all, I say stuff to my son. I can't control him. I really can't. But I do tell him things like, listen, that's too much. Cardi B and Beyonce ain't your friend. No. And see, Cardi B, this is the things our daughters have to understand about Cardi B and Beyonce. They're entertainers. Those are costumes. Do you understand? That's not their everyday outfit. Because if you see Cardi B, when she on her everyday, she in a sweatsuit, no makeup on, hair looking crazy, jeans, sweatshirt, the stuff that you see them in when they are in the public to perform is a costume. Okay, because Cardi B on stage is dressed in a costume. Beyonce on stage is dressed in a costume, and we have to understand that. Okay, so that it really does go back to influence. I tell my daughters to take stuff down frequently, not about dress, but other things. I know, because we got to get them. So, again, I just came on here today to encourage you to be better. That's my point for the day. Hashtag be better. I think my son always hashtags that. Be better. I still check my adult children and they respect that. Right. Arita, that's it. We have to, because we are going to be their parents, whether we 100 and they 50. Them stage clothes got all kind of mechanicals. That's what I'm saying. You got it. We got to get each other. Right. So if you are in somebody's circle, just y'all don't look at yourself. Like, I look at myself in the mirror before I go out the house, right? And I might change 2 or 3 times. And a lot of times people say, you wear that because you see these other girls out here wearing these stretch pants. They ain't got no business. That don't got nothing to do with me. Hey girl. Hey Tamika. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You see these girls out here and people say, well, she could wear it, you could wear it. No. That's not my mentality. My mentality is, listen, skinny girls got cellulite. Skinny girls got pouches. Skinny girls got sagging boobs. Okay, so we got to watch what we wear too. So don't think that for one second, oh, just look at these big girls wearing this or this skinny. I don't wear everything everybody wear. I look in the mirror and I say, take that off with your skinny self, because that ain't cute. I can see, I don't like to wear white. You know why I don't like to wear white? Like, I don't like to wear tight white. Like white leggings, because I have cellulite in my legs, because I'm a woman. I'll be 50 years old. I got 3 kids. So I look at me, I'm like, oh no, you can see that dent? Oh, I'm not wearing that. Foundation garments don't do me for Victoria's Secrets. Don't come from Victoria's Secrets. Being a lady is still good. Yes, get you a full length mirror with good lighting. Because some of y'all got to understand. Get your whole entire life together. And your friends. Because you're talking about her. One thing I hate is somebody that talk about somebody behind their back. Because you're talking about her. You talking about she knows she shouldn't have wore that. Why you ain't tell her? Because you don't know how to be a good friend. And me and my girls, we talk about this stuff all the time. I don't got to worry about that with them. Because we ain't never rolled like that. And yes, back in the day, I did wear the little Daisy Dukes. But I was tiny. I was probably a size 4. So the Daisy Dukes didn't even let my cheeks hang out because I was a size 4. So they came down probably lower than they should have. And we wore tight clothes back in the day. But still back in the day, we were still tasteful. So anyway, the topic today was, who are you supporting and why? Who's on your timeline? Because who you support and who's on your timeline, ladies and gentlemen, says a lot about who you are. Even if you think it doesn't, it does. Because when I see you retweeting or reposting something, I'll be like, why in the world would she retweet that and repost that? We are not on the same page. I did say something the other day about somebody, but should have told them. See, girl, good job, Nikki. See, when we catch ourselves, I repent for not being a good friend. Good job, Nikki. Because I have to catch myself sometimes. I have to catch myself thinking negative things about people. Like at the gym, there was some women in the gym the other day, on Saturday. And they was busy talking, right? And I had my headphones on, but I could still hear them. They was busy talking. Every machine I went to, they was by. And I was just like, I was so annoyed. And I had to catch myself to say, stop judging them ladies. You don't know, they might have had a death in the family. Their kids might be acting crazy. And they just might need somebody to talk to. And this might be the only place that they could talk. So I had to catch myself because I was really like getting antsy and agitated with these women. And I said, Trey, you need to catch yourself. See, self-awareness will have you acting different. Self-awareness will have you, like Nikki just said. I did say something the other day about somebody, but I should have told them. Truth plus transparency equals healing. And sometimes some people, if you know a person that's not going to receive it well, Sometimes you just got to separate yourself. And then when they ask you, what happened? I ain't heard from you, girl. You really want to talk? You really want to have a conversation? Because it's just I don't want to talk about you behind your back. So I don't know if you're ready. Hey, Tracy. I don't know if you're ready or not. Yes, self-awareness is key. Yes, self-awareness will have you on a whole nother level of living, thinking, breathing, and elevating. I'm so aware of myself that I always have to ask myself. I was praying the other day, and I asked myself, what did I get out of the negative situation? What did I learn from it? This was in my prayer. It's like, because I was asking God. And then God asked me, what did you learn from this negative situation? And what I had learned, I'm going to tell you all the truth. I learned that I didn't handle the situation right and that I was the problem. So I asked God to forgive me for my part in being the problem. See, when you could do that, when you praying and all of a sudden you feel convicted in your spirit about something, you coming to God to fix this person. And God said, wait a minute, what part did you have in this? And I've really said to myself, I was on my knees like, yo, you was dead wrong for the way you responded. Not that they wasn't wrong in the way that they said or did whatever it was that they did. I can't even remember what it was. But you was wrong the way that you responded. So I was like, God, just please forgive me, because I'm flesh and blood and human. And there's this hood side of me where I just want to react instead of being who I'm telling other people to be. Life is happening for us, not to us. I know that's right, Blending Our Love. That is good. You can only correct yourself. That's powerful when we own our stuff. Yes, own it. And I'm telling you how high you will elevate. So it's 8:38. Wasn't nobody going to tell me it's 8:38. Y'all know I'm only on here for 30 minutes. I'm going to get all of y'all. Every one of y'all. Each and every one of them. So I'm Trey Kearney. If you just tuned in, you're tuned in to hashtag Coffee with T. And I'm T, brought to you by the Woman to Woman Show on this Healing Time. Get my books. Help yourself. Make an investment in yourself. And that's the one thing that was wonderful about D. Marshall's event. Those women who invested in themselves to come there, they had access. People don't understand. I talked about this on my video last night, where people be catching feelings like if I don't call them back or if I take too long to call them back. And I'm like, if you invest in yourself and you really need me, go to my website, www.treykearney.com, and schedule a session with me, and I'll put you on my calendar. Because investments give you access to people. Like if I want to talk to D has a very busy life. D is on a plane probably 8 days a week. So for her to stop for little old me, without an appointment, without investing in myself, her time is valuable. So if I really want to have a conversation with her because I'm really dealing with some issues, I need to go and schedule a session because she is a life coach. And trust me, sometimes me and Dee will sit down and we will have conversation on off note and we will do a few minutes. But listen, business is happening. Life is happening. Dee has her mommy. She got her little furry baby. She got planes, trains, and automobiles to get on. She got clients. She got businesses she running. She on the board of directors for a whole bunch of other stuff. So investment gives you opportunity. Ask my clients. They invest. So when they schedule a session, I put stuff down and I say, okay, she got a session scheduled. That's right. She invested in herself, so she's not coming to waste my time. See, people that don't have no skin in the game will waste your time. I learned that a long time ago. That's another thing I learned from Dee. She said, I don't give away free tickets to my events anymore. Because I learned that so many women that I gave free tickets to did not show up because they didn't have no skin in the game. They had a free ticket, so when something else came up that they thought was better, they just said, well, you know what? I don't care if I took a seat from somebody else. Something else came better. But when you buy that ticket, whether the ticket was $10 or $500, you going to show up because you paid your money. So you pay your money, you get, like I said, access. The women that was at that conference, they were like, this is so good. And Trey, I'm so glad I got to talk to you because you invested in yourself. And I did the coach's corner. It was speed coaching, but women got to sit down with me. They was like, I'm so glad I came. Yes, I'm so glad you invested in yourself too, because investment gives you access and opportunity. So go to my website, get my book. It's Healing Time, Men Hurt Too. And for the women, it's Healing Time, Restoring Hope in Women After Infidelity. But this book right here, Men Hurt Too. Ladies, if you read this book, you will get a great insight on men. I know a lot about men. You know why I know a lot about men? Because I raised 3 of them. 2 of them is grown, and I got a 9-year-old on autism spectrum. So I learned a lot about men. And somebody had posted, let me just say this, then I gotta go. But somebody had posted, should I, and they might have been taking a jab at me because they're friends with me, and I saw this on their thing, and I didn't even respond because I think they wanted a response from me, but I wasn't even going to give them the time of day. But they said, should married people get information from single coaches or coaches who've been divorced or are not in relationships? So everybody was saying, no. So I was talking to one of the young ladies that came to the Coach's Corner, because my Coach's Corner was life and love. And I told her, I can tell you how to have a successful relationship by how I failed at 2 long-term relationships. With 2 men in my life, I had 2 long-term relationships. So I can tell you how to be successful by the way I failed. You can learn so much from failure. So much from somebody else's failure. You could talk, if you sit down and talk to CEOs of Fortune 500 companies or millionaires, they will tell you how they failed, so you don't do the same thing. See, people don't get that. You go sit down and talk to them people that's living that farce, that's that fake life, that fake marriage. And I'm not saying everybody is, but it's a lot of folks living out here, and you go on to them to get advice, and their marriage is on the rocks. But you're looking at them because they married. I'm going to ask them. I bet you they not going to tell you about the failures that's going on in the house. Learn from other people's mistakes. I love it. I always like to be coached, counseled, mentored by somebody who's been through it. And a lot of my clients say this, and I believe in therapy for certain things. I really believe Michael Jordan missed more shots than he made. I know that's right. I really believe in therapy. But what I'm learning from my clients, they said, this is what was missing, Trey. You understand what I've been through because you've been through it. You have helped me heal by you going through this and having a blueprint to get through it on what you did. So they said, I went to the therapist, but something wasn't clicking. I'm still going to go to my therapist. And I spoke to somebody at the Windrock Rule who's a new client. But she said, I've been going to a therapist, but I need you because you've been through it. And my therapist can't necessarily connect because she hasn't been through it, but she's helping me with the grief of my mom. But this part of my life, she keeps telling me stuff because she don't understand. Like, I cannot help a crackhead get clean because I don't know what it feels like to go through withdrawal. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it feels like to have that urge. So I will look at a crackhead like, just don't smoke crack. And I don't mean to call crackheads, but my mother was a crackhead. She was on crack, so I could say that. No disrespect. But the point is, I can't really say, when you start going through withdrawal, this is what you could do it because it's going to feel like, because I don't know. But another recovered crack addict, that's what I should call it, crack addict, could go to, who's clean and sober now, could sit down with a person who's on crack and say, this is what it's going to feel like. I'm going to be there with you. It's going to hurt. You're going to be shaky. You're going to be sick, whatever the process is. They could tell them, and I'm going to be right there. And this is what's going to help you. You know what I'm saying? And a person who has an eating disorder, another person who got through it could say, this is what you're going to do. Bubba, don't get blocked because ain't nobody got time for that. Okay? Just please don't, because I really don't be feeling on Monday mornings that people say stuff that's just really just dumb. Anyway, so I can't help a person who has an eating addiction, and I help other people with other things based on, because I've been through a lot. I have a child who's on the spectrum. I lost my mother to breast cancer. I was her caregiver. I'm a caregiver of a child on the spectrum. I've been through infidelity and adultery. I'm in a healthy relationship. So in those areas, I share all the time. One of my autism super moms came up to me at Windrock Rule and said, hey, Trey, I follow you. Thank you so much for your videos. My son is on the spectrum too. And we're going to do lunch and we're going to do a play date. And I was like, oh, she was like, thank you so much for how you explain how you deal with things and meltdowns. And I said, thank you. So I share all areas of my life so that I can support people through the things that I've been through and just encourage. So I love y'all. I got to go because Bubba didn't set me off. And I don't be wanting to get set off. So I'm going to go pray for Bubba. I'm going to put this in my husband's Father's Day basket just because. Oh, good. So I love y'all. Support each other. And support people whose ministry, mission, and vision lines up with yours. Tell people the reason why I'm not sharing your post is because it's offensive to me. And what I'm doing, it doesn't line up. Okay, so I love y'all. Remember what I tell you at the end of all my broadcasts. You deserve the best. Yes, I'm talking to you. You deserve the best. Now go get it. Peace and blessings. And remember Psalm 147:3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 147:3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Tea. And that's me. Peace. I love y'all. Have a great Monday. And don't forget to go to the website and support. This is how I pay my bills. This is how I take care of my children. This is how I'm able to come here and pour into you guys. Go buy something. Go make a donation. Go support. Cash at me. I'm Trey. $ Trey Kearney. $1, $50, 500, 5,000. This is how we do what we do as life coaches, speakers, authors. We got bills to pay, so our time is valuable.